Hello again. Is anyone on the other side of the screen? Hello, this is your favorite Star Battlecaster Frosty, also known as the Angry Snowman. And this is request of the week. And I want to say that I had many requests to cast this game. This is a quarterfinal from the last tournament, European tournament number 4. We're taking a short break from tournament number 3. I'm gonna cast the final games a little bit later this week and next week. But I had many requests. I'm playing in this game, hello, but many people saying it was really nice and I should cast it, and so I'm gonna follow these requests and I'm gonna just do it. So, playing for Team Epic, starting as Red Terran in red trunks, Fizz, Zimmon, Toll, Flab, Darkrop and Demetrius, and playing for blue team, so for Tops F, Floris, Iron Cross, me, White Fang, Oldent and Trunk. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more to this commentary because I feel that I have required knowledge about this matchup to just throw some more things in, just like whatever was the whole idea of Tops team and stuff like this. Maybe it will keep you a little bit more interested in what's happening on the screen. Taking a quick look at ship compositions, we can see, well, the major difference in support ships: Arbiter to Raven for red team, Arbiter for blue team. Arbiter taking a really good position, finding itself a spot in in-house games, those cloaks, those storms, everything just working out nicely. And Raven being a little bit underused right now, being a little bit left behind because, well, you know, if you don't have a cloaking ability on your Raven, well, you're nothing compared to the Arbiter. But you can contribute and add to your team's energy denial with EMP, and you have some other nice spells, so it's kinda even in my opinion, even though people prefer the Arbiter just recently. Anyway, what do we have here? 2 carriers and battlecruiser, very standard energy denial compositions. Now for red team it's Leviathan and Guardian. For blue team it's a Destroyer and a Void Ray, so 2 completely different additions to, you know, the base 3 energy denial ships, and, well, different nurses, so it might be very funny. I believe that everyone is opening standard, yes, 2 speed, 2 range, 1 missile, so 1 laser. Carriers of red team not opening with warp, so 1.6. Carriers of the blue team both opening with warp, so 1.51 speed. Oh my god, just say it already. And we can see blue team being slightly pushed back, Tops F not doing the best job here, but now they will try to counter because, well, what's the reason to go back? I mean, sure, those carriers and this battlecruiser, they have a lot of shields, but, you know, we still have quite a bit of shield. And Iron Cross, Trunk and me, well, we had quite a bit of shields, and White Fang not being touched by enemy missiles in a while, having full shields, so what's the reason to fall back? So we got back to the middle, and the whole idea, well, obviously the whole idea is to get a siege destroyer, but this is a little ship that is going to be a pain in the arse for the enemies. This is the whole idea. It honestly doesn't matter too much if you are slightly underfarmed as a whole team in comparison to your opponents, or not if you have an overfarmed Void Ray. So red team, they have to focus on denying the Void Ray's farm. Also, something they did very nice, you're gonna see it a little bit later, but something they did very nice, I couldn't energy deny, but let's just focus on what's happening right now, right here. So a little bit of pushing power advantage for blue team. White Fang diving in. We are doing 2v1 versus Zimmern. This was a pain in the arse as well, because, well, that was just... He's got 10 range on missiles. Come on, he's got 10 range on missiles. We've got 9 range. And what's even more funny, he's got 13 range on Broodling, so he can kite us forever. He's got Parasite, so the Guardian opening with Parasite, I mean not opening, but I believe that Zimmern was upgrading one time already. But he's got Parasite, which is really good against the Void Ray. Well, there's not much happening otherwise. Iron Cross warping back. Oh, that was a close that was a close situation, but he managed to warp back, and now he's gonna get some upgrades and he's gonna warp back on the field. He's got feedback. I don't know what is this. I believe someone is pinging. Who's pinging? Let me see the colors. Tall or Iron Cross, I don't know. But yeah, the farming tab shows us that it's still pretty equal. I mean, Fees and Zimmern getting a little bit of farm, but for blue team it's kind of equal, so the farm is spread nicely between all of the players. Only Trunk lagging behind a little bit, Trunk being a carrier, I believe, yes. So the upgrades, Dark Rob, Toll, I don't think they have upgraded. No, well, 365 minerals, 600, yeah. Demetrius not upgraded yet. Zimmern getting this Parasite. Yeah, Feast was back to base, he got PDDs and quite a bit of energy, 400 energy, so this Raven is going to be pretty useful this game. Meanwhile, Flab using this constant mutation thingy, and he's got... Oh, he's got level 2 mutas. What do you use level 2 mutas for? If you have any idea what's the reason to get level 2 mutas, just, you know, send your... No, don't send your answers. Screw that. But I mean, I see absolutely no reason to upgrade your Mutalisks unless you're dumping a little bit of money. The rest, yeah, like 25, 30. But still, you could save it. You could save it for something more useful later on. So a little bit of engagement here in the middle. Olden having cloak, so the Arbiter has cloak. This is going to surely benefit the blue team. Very nice lockdown. I managed to lock down the Raven. So now they will absolutely get no PDDs for a while. We can push rather freely. What about spells? Trunk not getting any energy, not getting spells. He's got 493 at the moment, so he's gonna probably go back ASAP and get the Vortex. Now I have Scanner and I have Lockdown. I went Scanner first, probably, but then I had money to buy one more spell, so I've bought Lockdown. Only 325 energy, but you know, I'm still 1.6. I have 9 range. I don't need to be a little bit faster. It's okay. I need to have a lot of energy to be able to energy deny the enemy ships. Now I'm energy denied myself, and we're definitely losing the energy war. I'm sorry, but I may sound a little bit weird. That's okay. I'm weird. I won't explain it to you. Just accept it. So we're trying to do something here, but it's not really happening, simply because, well, we have one energy denial ship less, because Trunk, he still needs to get a Vortex or feedback. So it's 3 versus 2. We're not doing very good here. Olden doing a decent job at cloaking us, but it's still okay. It's okay for us, it's okay for them. Some fighters being sent on Floris. Let's see the farming tab. Yeah, Floris 267, so not really being an overfarmed Void Ray. He needs to farm a little bit more. Meanwhile, Toll having problems in red team. Toll having problems farming. Toll is a carrier. He needs to farm more, having only 113, 15 minutes into the game. It's a disgrace. But he still can do what he's supposed to do, even though he only has 225 energy. He's got 1.7 speed though, so I don't know if excuse me, I don't know if 1.7 speed is necessary in this scenario. I mean, if you have 225 energy, your main reason in the beginning of the game, the reason for you to be on the field is just energy deny enemy ships. And if you have 225 energy, well, he energy denied me, but then he got locked down by me as well. There we go. Parasite on me. There's a parasite on me. Now, we were very surprised that the parasite didn't land on Floris, but that gave me a really hard time trying to energy deny anyone. There's a vortex, very nice vortex by Trunk. We can try to snipe someone. I believe that he caught 2 carriers, which is a very good catch, but now we need to energy deny at least one of them, probably. No, I believe that nobody has Vortex yet on the red team. So now we're chasing Toll, we're stripping Toll of shields. I don't know if we can do it, I don't know if we can get a kill. We're 60 minutes into the game. No shields on Toll, but yeah, we have to go back. Trunk not having too many shield points. Now I'm obviously parasited, so he can't really cloak me at this point. That was a pain, because if you are parasited, you know, if you are a Void Ray, it's still not so bad because you have Blink, you can try to escape. But if you are a battle cruiser, you need to be very careful, because they are just pounding on you all the time, and you have a lot of problems trying to energy deny those pesky carriers with vortexes, because, well, if you are just approaching them, they can feedback you, or they probably send a battle cruiser to try to follow you, and you're just gonna get locked down, or you're gonna exchange lockdowns, which is not good for you. If you are a battle cruiser and you're trying to energy deny a vortexing carrier, if you're gonna exchange lockdowns with the other team's BC, it's basically a failure. So remember that BC and BC's lockdown. I believe that lockdown is the most important late game spell, because, well, you can deny almost everything and everyone, well, apart from Zerg ships, but against those pesky vortexes, I mean, once you get 450 energy, you can get a single feedback on you. There we go, we exchanged lockdowns, great. It was still a success for me, because most of the time I can't see him, so if he's approaching me, I really have to be fast launching this lockdown, or you know, trying to escape. And being 1.6 to 1.7 speed with Demetrius didn't help too much. But yeah, lockdown being a very important spell, because, you know, if you get feedback with 450 energy, you still have 150 energy left to vortex someone, and you can't really deny. Carrier can't really deny carrier in late game, but lockdown just stops you from launching these vortexes for, I believe, like 10 seconds. Yeah, it's not about you know, denying the energy of the carrier or the BC. Just look at it. I was trying to approach Darkrop to energy deny him. There's a parasite on me, so he just backed off. I got shot by Zimmerman. Then I tried to do it again, and we exchanged energy denial spells. It's so annoying when you have a parasite on you. I mean, carriers, okay, there's gonna be a vortex, very nice vortex by Trong catching Zimmerman. Let's take a quick look at farming tab. Everything's pretty equal. Zimmerman taking the majority of farm for red team. Floris doing the same for blue team right now, 423. Now there's a siege mode, White Fang in siege mode, but there's a vortex, Dark Rob. launching a very nice defensive vortex, and the game is still going. 20 minutes 50 seconds. We're all in the vortex. We're completely sour about this. Dimitrius saying good job, saying IB. Yeah, basically took epic replay, because if I would take tops F replay, I wouldn't know. I mean, you wouldn't know what was happening in either of those teams. Like, once in a while, maybe in this replay, someone's gonna say something, because in tops we were completely silent when it comes to in-game messages, only using voice chat. So we have siege mode finally siege mode on the field, using 150 energy. White Fang is going to be sour about this, because the single energy denial spell can really deny him from sieging for a long time. Iron Cross going for level 4 shields for lasers, still staying on 1.6. I don't really agree with those shields, but it's still okay. It's still okay. Again, pinging around here. I don't know who's pinging. Probably Toll. Toll has a vortex. Dark Robe has a vortex. We have a double vortex for red team. Do we have a double vortex for blue team? Trunk, Iron Cross having exactly 400, well now 401 minerals. So he's basically gonna get vortex as well. Yes, yes, that's a very good guess. So the thing is, Floris could possibly try to get Cloak himself, not only relying on Olden's Arbiter Cloak, or you know, Stasis Field or something, but he could get his own Cloak, and well, that's a little bit tricky, because if you don't get Cloak in field, you're not doing it properly, probably, because, well, they don't have detection at this moment. They have Parasite launched on me like 9 minutes ago, and you still don't have Cloak. But if next Parasite lands on you, the whole Cloak and Cloak upgrades go to hell, because you just have a Parasite on you. So it's really hard to tell what you should do, and Floris choosing not to buy any Cloak upgrades nor Cloak, just trying to farm, get an OP beam, get charge, and upgrade this charge, because, well, charge 12 seconds cooldown on charge at this point, but he's surely gonna get some upgrades on this. We're advancing very slowly here. I don't know if we actually had an observer here. I don't think so. I don't see an observer on the field. Taking a quick look at the farming tab. Oh, finally, no Parasite on me for a little bit. But yeah, Floris shooting Flab, but Flab has rapid regen. It's not gonna do anything. There we go, there's another vortex. This time it was launched by Iron Cross, catching a carrier inside. And now let's see if we can do something here. White Fang. Oh, very nice energy denial, and Dark Robe is gonna go down here for sure. That's the first kill for Top Seth. That was a saving vortex by Tol, but completely failed here. He caught one carrier, so it's not very beneficial for White Fang to on siege right now, but he did it. And now we will have to defend. We have Iron Cross. Floris will escape for sure, but now Iron Cross and Olden. Oh, Olden might actually die. That's a nurse, and if we're gonna miss a nurse here, this is gonna get really hard. We're trying to cover, and there's another Parasite launched on me, and luckily we've managed to cover Olden. I believe that Olden lingered a little bit too much, trying to get out of the vortex. I'm not gonna rewind the replay, but that's my feeling. That I don't know who was caught there, probably Iron Cross or Trunk, one of the carriers. He started moving back right away. Old and Ling got a little bit too much. He stayed behind his 1.7, and both carriers, I believe, are 1.6. Yeah, so if he would start going out immediately after the vortex has finished, he probably wouldn't be left a little bit behind, and then we wouldn't have to cover him. But it's still okay. We have 6 ships. Our opponents have 5 ships. And it's looking better and better for us. We killed Dark Rob, we killed the carrier, which means that now we have superior energy denial, and we have 2 vortexes in comparison to Red Team having only 1 vortex, which is still on cooldown, by the way. He was trying to save his teammate, but he failed. So Iron Cross has a spare vortex in 30 seconds. And we're gonna have like 30 seconds of fun before Toll can get his own vortex running. Now there we go. That's a pain in the arse. Even though I have 500 energy, I couldn't really do anything before I even noticed that Dimitris is trying to lock down me. I was locked down and everything. It's so painful. It's so painful to have a parasite on you when you are. Well, basically, I tried to have a role of vortex denying battle cruiser. So I was trying to mirror carriers. I was trying to, we're getting to late game. So after 30 minutes, like, he's got 325 energy. But if he would have like 450, which is really possible at this stage, if he wouldn't get plasma barrage, but more energy to 450, as I've pointed out before, feedback does nothing. And well, so I have to try to lock down the carrier, and that's a pain in the arse when you have a parasite on you, because every time you try to approach the carrier, every time you try to mirror him, the battlecruiser is mirroring you. The battlecruiser locks you down before you can lock down the carrier, and it's GG. So we're slowly advancing, White Fang sieging somewhere near the middle of the map. Middle should be around here, I believe, so it's okay. I just stopped for a second, but it's still okay. Let's see those upgrades. Lockdown fees, he's got 4 spells, 450 energy. Is looking pretty confident. This Raven is gonna be pretty useful. He's even got a defensive matrix, right? I got it right. Now Flab trying to deal some damage here. We are unsieging. There's a vortex by Toll. There was a nuke on White Fang, and now this is gonna be a problem for blue team, for us to escape. Even though Flab is a little bit damaged, he used up his frenzy. Still 25 seconds for the next frenzy, but oh, Iron Cross, you don't want to do this. And now I have a problem here, because I am parasited, so even if Oldent will cloak me, I will still get eaten by those broodlings. No! Oh my god, 960. They're trying to follow me, trying to snipe me. I don't know if Cloaking Field was the best option here. If he would transferred me some shields, that would be great. But he picked the Cloaking Field, and I believe that Oldent forgot that I'm parasited, and well, I got caught in a vortex. So I probably forgot myself that I was parasited, and I shit the bed. I got caught in a vortex, and I almost paid for it. And it's really close. Really close for us to die 2 times. Now Oldent was in the red once. I was in the red just a second ago, and it's not looking so hot now. Zimmon is trying to snipe our tower, our prism. I don't know if he's gonna succeed. That's possible. 2000, 1000. It should go down. Excuse me. It should go down. And now we still have to take care of those broodlords. Level 12 broodlings. He's got still on 10 range, 13 range on the broodlings. Looking pretty confident. 425 energy. Having the parasite, which is a pain in the ass for me. Anabolic synthesis, broodlords. Everything's looking very standard. On this guardian, this is not looking standard because he's got Plasma Barrage. Told the carrier, getting Plasma Barrage, I believe he should get more energy. This is the moment where I need to step in with my lockdown. 450 energy. If you feedback the carrier, he still launches a Vortex. So there we go. I'll shit the bed. No, not really. I managed to launch. I thought I shit the bed because, well, I was just trying to lock down him and I got feedback and I was just sour, but then I noticed, oh, I have 500 energy, so it's still 200 remaining if I got feedback for 300. So I've managed to lock him down, but it's nothing for him at this point of the game. It's all about denying him in the correct moment. So let's see. Well, Flab trying to be close range Frenzy Leviathan. He's got no range upgrades on the missiles whatsoever, but he's got very high level tentacles, quite a bit, well, a little bit of health upgrades, a little bit of armor, 1.8 speed. It's a kind of strange Leviathan, but it's still looking pretty confident, and he can deal a ton of damage with those tentacles. With Frenzy, it's 140 damage every 0.23, which is 4 times per second, so he deals around a lot of damage. Now let me count. It's 560. Yeah, 560, I believe, every second if he's in frenzy mode, and it lasts for 15 seconds. So just imagine if you are getting caught by this Leviathan in an open field 1v1, what is gonna remain from you, from your ship? Well, I know what's gonna remain. Nothing. But yeah, so the carriers doing their job. 475 on trunk, 475 on Iocross. I'm speaking about energy. 500 on me, so energy denial is just rolling here. And I tried to lock down Toll again, but Dimitrius was faster to lock me down. And important and funny upgrades. Yamato cannon on this battle cruiser is still on only 4 lasers, and now we're gonna try to snipe Flab or maybe Toll a little bit, but there are several ships of our team, of blue team, in the vortex, and White Fang has to unsiege because there's a nuke on White Fang and he needs to go back. Flab frenzying on top of him, but that's a very nice saving vortex by Trunk. 2 ships go in. I believe I'm still in there. I might be still in there, so they can't really go back. I don't know if it was my mistake or did I just get there, you know, accidentally, and I'm still getting shot. Luckily, I don't know what kind of vortex is this, but luckily I'm not parasited anymore, so this cloaking field just did a miracle here. So we're still fine. We still have 6 ships now. White Fang being very close to death. Red team, even though they have only 2 energy denial ships, they are just picking right moments. They are just pounding on us. It shouldn't be happening. Something's wrong. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe our carriers are doing something wrong. But they shouldn't be able to land the vortex and the nuke and everything, because, well, you have seen what happens when there's a nuke and there's a vortex and White Fang has to on siege, and you know, someone gets caught in a vortex or something, and then it's a lot of trouble, losing at least shields, probably at least half of the hit points of our ship. So we're still 6 versus 5, but farm wise it's looking pretty equal, I'd say. I mean, look at this. Like, we have Floris, but the rest is at around, well, getting close to 500, right? For red team, Zimin is at 679, but there's Flab as well with a very high score, 673. Shut up, no, I refuse to listen to this. And we have, well, Toll is lagging a little bit behind, but we have Dimitrius and Fees that have really high score, and everything is still open, even though it's 5 versus 6. Red team, they had the chances For now, they've missed like 3 killing chances, but maybe they can take advantage of the 4th one, the 5th one. Maybe it's a matter of time. They need to be patient. We made our mistakes in this game, so there's absolutely no reason to think that we won't make any more mistakes. Now Flory is getting Cloak, thinking, well, if the parasite's on me, or it was on me at least, then well, why don't he get Cloak? Now that's a very nice thing. Flory is being stripped of his shields, but there might be another killing chance for the blue team. White Fang needs to come closer, he needs to siege up, and Ziman might be in a lot of trouble here, even though he's very close to base. He's got only 4k hit points, he's not moving. That can cost him a lot, he's not moving at all, and the Leviathan is in the vortex, and Ziman is gonna die here. 26-24, yes, that's a missile salvo. I was just desperate to get this kill. Seeing how he's very low on health, I thought he could have a little bit more hit points, so I decided to try to launch a salvo on him. And now that might be a problem. Flory's having absolutely no energy whatsoever. He cloaked instead of trying to gather enough energy for Blink, and now Trunk, oh, Trunk is gonna die because he lagged behind, and now it's suddenly it's 4 versus 5, and Floris, he might, no, he won't go down because he will definitely escape, but I don't know. I'm not sure if someone won't die in our team. No, there's a Cloak. Now they are trying to shoot at White Fang, and that might be a little bit of trouble for us because that's a Frenzy and Corruption, and we desperately need Cloaking Field. But I don't know if White Fang can actually make it. He's at 3,000 hit points to 2,800. He's not gonna make it. And this is 4 versus 4. It's not gonna make it. Oh, that was so close to be back to base old and not having enough energy, only 450 energy. I have no idea what is the stats field for, since we have not made use of status field throughout the whole game. But now we're gonna try to snipe someone, and we're gonna try to snipe Dimitris probably because he's the last ship. We should probably switch to Flab because he's got way less hit points. But we're trying to follow. I'm very low on hit points, very low on health. I have to go back. There's a kill. The Raven goes down, and now it's 3 versus 4 in our favor. I just kind of missed it, but we managed to snipe Raven. Now Floris, oh, Floris wisely using the cloak, is probably gonna make it. I'm not entirely sure if I can make it, but now there's a cloak from Old Ant, and now Iron Cross being pounded on by Flab, but Flab, he needs to back off. He can't follow in too much because he's at 4,000 hit points, and yeah, we tried to maybe counter or something, but Dimitris is really high on hit points. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Old Ant being very happy. That was a really hard situation for both teams. We've managed to still come ahead. We are 4 versus 3, which is gonna benefit us a lot. 46 minutes into the game, we don't have, well, we lost 1 tower, but Jesus, excuse me, we lost 1 tower. Epic game, so tense. Well, I can tell you that after this game, Tronk and me and our teammates, we were like, my heart is still beating like a mad heart, you know. I was trying to think of a metaphor or something, but I could only come with heart beating as a mad heart. I'm just sorry. Just a brain fuck. Or brain fart rather. And we're having a heart attack. That was a really hard game to play because you're like, something's gonna happen. No, we have to get a kill. No, we have to run. No, we can get a kill. No, we can't. Oh, we have to be careful. Cloak us. Don't cloak us. So that was a lot of weird stuff happening, and if I would have very nice lockdown. Thank you, gentlemen. You can go home. Seriously, if you would listen to what we were saying on TeamSpeak, and you probably if you would listen to Red Team, Red team's TeamSpeak, that would be completely insane. I can assure you of this. It was very close. We had 2-ship advantage. We almost wasted our 2-ship advantage trying to get a 3rd kill. But luckily we've managed to still be in front, still be ahead. And now we need to try to cruise to the victory. And well, I have a nuke. I've bought a nuke. I guess I said to myself, you know what, I have a ton of money. I have 11 lasers just to try to 2-shot. I have quite a bit of armor just to you know, stay alive a little bit longer. I mean, Iron Cross has got a level 8 shields, so I just decided to go for armor. This game is completely weird. I have had absolutely no control over my upgrades. I was like, okay, so in order not to die, if I'm gonna get parasited, I'm gonna get more armor, so I got more armor. Then Zimmon died, so no more parasites, so I still have this level 7 armor for absolutely no reason. But this game is madness. I'm still kind of emotional about this. So we are 4 versus 3. Let's see the upgrades. Shield recharge, very wise choice for Iron Cross. In these circumstances, he's got 525 energy. He's got, well, I believe not enough laser damage. He should get more, but all in all, he's got 525 energy, he's got a lot of shields, he's got a vortex, a feedback, everything a good carrier should have, so I don't even know what those interceptors are for. So he just decided to go for shield recharge, even though there are no mines on the field. Flores, he's got Chrono Rift. I'm not entirely sure what Chrono Rift is for. There's a vortex, Iron Cross launching a very nice vortex, but it's in front of red team's base, and I'm not entirely sure we can snipe anyone here. Flores trying to charge he's got fully upgraded charge, but there's a counter vortex, and now there's a problem for us because we are 2 ships outside of the vortex, and they're gonna try to chase us away and focus the carrier, probably because Flores can escape without a problem, but this carrier can escape. We don't have a vortex, and there's a nuke. I decided to launch a nuke and it hit Demetrius, and now we have to try to focus Demetrius. That's a very nice first use of what is it called? Jesus Christ! The stasis field in this game, and we've managed to snipe the BC. I'm not even entirely sure how I made the decision to launch a nuke on Demetrius. I was like, okay, let's do it, because that's the situation that looks really bad for us. And now Flab, the Leviathan, is going to go down as well, and it's a GG. It's 1 versus 4. I mean, I was just trying to give you a little bit of emotions that happened throughout the whole game. And oh my god, I believe that I absolutely have no idea what was the thought process behind that nuke. I mean, if he would get any closer to me, it would hit both of us, and probably I would die as well, or maybe I would die and he would be alive or something. I have absolutely no idea. This looks really bad. Oh, they had scouts on level 8. I haven't noticed it throughout the whole game. When I was playing or when I was casting, they had scouts. They should have tried to make some use of them. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a very, very tense game. We almost wasted our 6 versus 4 advantage, which is, well, for pros like us, it shouldn't be happening, but we almost wasted the advantage. As well, it's fine if you're catching someone in a vortex close to enemy base, and you're trying to kill him, and you're getting 6 versus 4. That's okay. But then if you get vortex here, and you lose 2 ships when retreating, that's not that's not good. I believe that it would be better if we would actually go back, try not to get caught in the vortex here, but just vortex this guy and go back and something. But then we got vortexed and lost 2 ships, and we were really lucky that we got this Raven when they were trying to retreat. We got the Raven, even though some more ships almost died there. I was like yellow or orange or something. Ladies and gentlemen, that was request of the week, and I want to, I don't have to, but I want to assure you that we're getting back to the schedule. We're getting back to what we were doing in this channel. A little while ago I had one big break from casting because after the tournament, after casting, live casting, over 2-hour game, like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something, or even more, my brain just kind of imploded, and I had to try to get it back to the place where it was before. So this has been request of the week. This has been the Angry Snowman coming to you from a little speaker, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.